Sarah, I know this process is difficult for you, and it's why I wanted to speak with you privately to let you know who I am and why I've been asked to act during your parents' divorce. You know your
Hold
mother.
on 1 second, please. Okay, go ahead.
You know your mother and father love you, and they want to live with you, and they want to be good parents. While they can't live with each other, they can and have told me that they want and will be apart, that they want to be as much, if not more, a part of your life now and forever. And
Hold on. Okay.
And my job is to represent your best interests, both now and in the long run.
Okay.
And I can tell the court what you want, but my job is to do more than that.
Keep going.
To talk with important people in your life, to know and talk to you, and to analyze what's best for you.
Okay.
I have to then give a report to the court recommending who, or recommending what parent is to get custody of you. And I am appointed by the court not just to fight for you, but to recommend and argue for what's best for you.
Okay.
Do you think you understand this?
so, yes.
Good. So, so let's talk a little. How do you feel about your mother and father?
I love both my mom and dad and don't want to see them get a divorce. I'd rather that we all stay together.
Have they talked to you about the divorce?
Yeah, we've talked, but I'm not really clear on how that's going to work. Like if I stay with my mom one day and then my dad another day and then my mom the next day, why can't it be like that where I'm with each of them each day?
But Sarah, understand that you can't live with both of them. That's your mom and dad each want to have your mom and dad each want custody of you, but only one will have custody of you.
And you're speaking of in the court's view. Trenton's clarifying as far as the court's view.
Yes, yes. And so you can't live with both of them even if you want to.
Okay.
So let's talk about your parents. What you like best about your parents? Let's start with your mom first.
And he's clarifying it's what you like about your mom, because she went on to talk about some things that maybe she didn't like so much. But what I do love is that she's always there for me and would do things, a lot of things together. And I help her a lot with cooking and cleaning. And then I have some things that I don't like so much about my mom too.
Tell me a little bit about your dad.
love my dad. We do a lot of things together too. We go to the deaf club, which I really like, and we get along really well. We rarely get into fights or arguments.
And is your dad around every day?
He travels a lot, so he is gone often. But when he is home, then yeah, we're together all the time and doing stuff.
So I have a couple of questions. If you were left alone on a deserted island, it can only be with one person, which person would you choose?
Wow, that's a really hard question.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to answer. I know, I feel like sometimes I have to pick either my mom or my dad, but I can't pick between them. I feel like my dad handles situations better. My mom, you know, she, I think, would go crazy. She'd freak out in that kind of a situation. But I think I'd probably pick my friend Elizabeth to be with me.
Well, but if you had to move away from your school and friends, depending on who you had to live with.
Sorry, would you clarify that?
Well, yeah, if you had to move away from your school or friends, depending on how you would live with, I think answering with Elizabeth, maybe I can move on to the next one. I'm not saying that you do have to move away. I don't know that, but if your mom and dad
What?
had to move to the other side of the city,
Just the interpreter wants to clarify. Are you asking where she would want to move, or?
just kind of wondering how it would be to have to live a different part of the city, away from school and friends.
How she would feel about that?
Yes.
Thank you. I love my school and I have good friends there, so I'd like to stay. And right now we have a big project that I'm involved with, so I love being there.
Okay. Sarah, I don't want you to worry about that right now. I don't think your parents want you to move. So, is there anything else you want to tell me? Anything on your mind?
I feel like maybe you can help me know what to do. It's been bothering me a lot. My mom is very upset about the divorce, and she says a lot of bad, negative things about my dad. So I don't know how I should handle that. I don't know if I should tell her that she shouldn't talk bad about him and that she should talk to him about it, or what do you think I should do?
But Sarah, that's a tough situation, and I don't think your mom or dad would like you to take sides. I don't think you should really do anything. I think that you should just listen to your mom and dad right now.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about the tests that the doctor gave you?
Yes, is there anything wrong with me? I didn't understand why I had to take the tests, what that was even for.
Sir, these tests just were for the for the psychiatrist to be able to tell about your personality and your character. There's nothing wrong with you. And that's why I'm here to represent you. But if you'd like to, I can have the doctor explain them to you soon. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me or tell me?
Yes, I have a question about the divorce proceedings in court. Do I have to testify?
I can address that kind of at the end, but I want to reassure you that as far as who you might live with, I can't answer that for you right now. I'm going to have to talk more with your mom and your dad, with your teachers, your babysitters, your guardians, and other relatives. I also want to look at the test from the doctor, and then I want to put the big picture together. Is there anything else you would like?
So the interpreters are just clarifying. You mean?
Oh, I was just curious if there's anything else she wants, if there's anything else she would like to ask. Just about like the arrangements of parents.
So I understand that you've told me that you'll make a recommendation to the court on which parent will get custody. What are your thoughts so far?
But I can't give an answer yet because I will need to put together, talk to everybody and look at the reports and put together those recommendations. But I think what Sarah's.
Hold on 1 second, she is responding.
Okay.
What about what I want?
Okay, what would you like?
So I feel like picking one just doesn't work. It's not natural, it's not what I want. So I was thinking that maybe my dad could come twice a week, or I could live with my dad during the summer and then live with my mom the rest of the time. Or really the best idea that I have is that I get to stay in one place and then my mom stays with me, she leaves, and then my dad comes and stays with me and then he leaves and I get to stay in the same place. What do you think?
Sarah, those were some interesting thoughts. I think what I hear you telling me is that you want to have equal time between your mother and father, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, I'll certainly take that into account, Sarah.
Okay.
And as far as the court, were you said earlier about worried about being in court.
Right.
I just want to tell you that we don't like the children to have to testify in court. So that's why I'm here to represent your best interests.
The interpreters need to clarify when you say we prefer not. Do you mean the courts or
The attorneys prefer not to have the children go to court to testify during the divorce.
Okay, great, thanks. And
Yeah.
Trenton will now interpret that. So, because you're my lawyer, I guess, can I get a phone number or something so that if I think of something else or I want to tell you something that I can contact you?
Absolutely. Yes. Here's my card with my address. And you can call me for an appointment anytime, and I'll find time for you. Or we can talk through the VRS.
Thank you.
Thank you.